My lords and my ladies, thank you all for coming. Tonight will be the very first in-person Journeyman Concert at Done for Done Etiquette and Bards. I think this is one we've ever done, and we have a number of performers for today from, I think, just about all of the kingdoms sent hard to this event. Between tonight's concert and tomorrow's will be represented. At least I hope so. That was the plan.
We were called up in a crisis. Off we went in our quest for foe. Who were we finding? You see devices I'll never claim that I know. Soldiers at war are united, but in this one felt so low. Hidden truths to breeze, we all divided. Those things are still as strong. Now words given, seems our campaign is adjourned. Tired and aching, at last we're bid to return. We're worn from our cares, now our swords are plowshares, and we're homecoming. With each step we call in the names of our fallen, we're homecoming. We feel so displaced, but if we can't walk home, we'll crawl. Will we be embraced? Will we even be greeted at all? Can we go home? But not keep track of the seasons. They were fluid, lucid and strange. Losing our comrades without rhyme or reason, did we grow numb to the change? Fear still holds me from clasping hands with friend. This soul sickness, how long will it take to mend? We're worn from our cares, now our swords are plowshares, and we're homecoming. With each step we call in the names of our fallen, we're homecoming. We feel so displaced, but if we can't walk home, we'll crawl. Will we be embraced? Will we even be greeted at all? Can we go home? Wondering, will they still want us? For these years they took more than their due. And in our eyes, will they see things that haunt us? Are we still who they once knew? Oh, sweet darlings, we know that we're not the same. And your heart stones, do you still nurture a flame? We're worn from our cares, now our swords are plowshares, and we're homecoming. With each step we call in the names of our fallen, we're homecoming. We feel so displaced, but if we can't walk, we'll crawl. Will we be embraced? Will we even be greeted at all? Can we go over the next rise? Be ready. We'll be gazing upon your abode. Just take it in. It may make you unsteady, covered in dust from the road. There, now see it. After these long years gone, streets and valleys. This is a map of my heart. We're worn from our cares, now our souls
makers of the feast. Beef with the onions and roast with the meat. They bake the bread and it and the flames, and then when it is done, clean the decks and start anew right where they first begun. Day and night, tender roast and turn on the spit. Cold shoulders on my watch, is juicy and well met. Now that there would be no valor, joints of beef to die. I will wash the dishes because it's what I know. So one day I'll tend the spit, then I'll know I've grown. One day I might learn to chop and not hone my knife skills thus. Prepping carrots, beets, and beets, all of it will cost. Now that there would be no stews or pottage there to eat. I will wash the dishes because it's what I know. One day I'll be a chopper, then I'll know I've grown. Or maybe I'll learn to smoke the fire's glow. Eat and bake it simply, make it ready so. Now that there would be no heat to cook the dinner now. I will wash the dishes because it's what I know. But one day I'll tend the fire, then I'll know I've grown. Maybe I'll make the bread shaped dough into rounds, mixing yeast and flour, know how much water to pour down. Not that there would be no bread or butter sweet and warm, but I will wash the dishes because it's what I know. But then I'll make the bread, and then I'll know my grown. One day I might be the cook if she orders all around. Keep an eye on all the tasks, make sure the food comes out. Not that there would be no order and dinner would be late. Then I will wash the dishes because it's what I know. But one day I'll be head cook, and then they'll know I've grown. And now the feast's been served, and your majesty's impressed. Chopper, baker, roaster, and chef and all the rest. I was washing dishes like I was before. Then somebody called my name and bid me to come forward. There upon the throne sat their majesties aloft. Washer, come to be blessed, your presence is now sought. Without you there would be nary a dish upon to dine. Thank you for your service, thank you for your kind. True, you wash the dishes because it's what you know, and one day you'll teach another to wash the dishes so. Hail to the cooks, the makers of the feast. They whip with the onions and roast with the meat. They bake the bread and tend the flames, and then when it is done, clean the decks and start anew, right where they first begun.
There are three types of being over all the universe. There are the devas above, who watch over us from their realms high in the heavens. There is the world around us, mostly inhabited by humans, as far as the creature we're going to focus on. And then, of course, there are the Asuras, people of the underworld. Their shapes and sizes vary a bit, but they tend to be kind of large. And the Asuras don't necessarily care for humans, necessarily dislike them, but they're often in competition or in combat with the devas above. One such was an Asura who had decided he was going to work out his anger issues at Arlia on the earth. And he would go rampaging down the roads, assaulting travelers. He would run through villages, breaking things right and left, knocking people over, knocking over buildings. Well, one day as he's going down the road, he sees a sage, a wise man, a holy man, seated along the road, a bowl beside him, collecting donations from other passers-by to support his mission, whatever that might be. And the Asura saw this and came up and he kicked the bowl down the road, scattering the 2 points over it. And he laughed uproariously. Oh, you weak old man. The sage looked up to him and then stood. He said, if you are going to act like a mad elephant, you should look like one. And he cursed the Asura to have the head of an elephant in musk, in madness, red eyes, fluid trickling down them, sharp tusks, scent, somewhat objectionable in the air. The sage went on his way, and while the Asura recovered from this transformation, he began to rage anew. Once again, rose to his feet and began charging through villages, right and left, knocking over buildings, crashing through markets, more or less being a fairly large nuisance in himself. Till one day he had gone through a small village, and he stopped to take a breath and realized he was hearing some peasants off in some thorn bushes. One peasant said to the other, he looks like Ganesh, the son of Shiva. And the other says, oh no, nothing like him. Ganesh is kind and wise and helps people. This creature is none of that. But he has the head of an elephant. Well, he is definitely a demon. So they named him Gajamakasura, the elephant-headed demon. And Gajamakasura heard them, and he roared in dismay and in pique. And they went running and scurrying off behind the bushes. He lost track. But hearing that there was another being, the head of an elephant, who was being compared to him, he began to roar at the heavens, I will find you, Ganesh. I will find you and I will kill you, because there should be only one like me. Knowing that Shiva and his family lived in Mount Kailasha in the Himalayas, he made his way that direction, making sure to sow destruction along the way. And his anger was so great that black clouds formed wherever he went. Flowers wilted, plants turned dark and turned their leaves away. Animals ran away in all directions. Flocks of birds changed their path to avoid this. He made his way to Mount Kailasha, and there he saw a bright sunny day, Lord Shiva himself meditating in a field. And he yelled, "Oh, Lord Shiva, where is your son? For I have come to engage him in mortal combat." Shiva said nothing and continued to meditate. Ganesh was off on the side of the pasture, smelling flowers. He raised it and he said, "We don't need to fight. That's a waste of a beautiful day. Calm yourself. Enjoy this lovely weather." And Gajamakasura said, "Shiva, your son is a coward, and I will tell everybody if you do not force him to engage me in battle." And Shiva opened one eye, looked toward Ganesh, and he said, "Son, will you shut this braggart up? He's annoying me." And Ganesh said, "Well, I hate to ruin such a lovely day, but because you've asked, bring it on." And Gajamakasura began charging. Thud, 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 his footsteps shaking the earth. And as he approached Ganesh, Ganesh simply stood there and smiled and looked. Gajamakasura got close. Ganesh was out of his path. And he tumbled into the tree, and Gajamakasura tumbled into the trees. He brought himself back to his feet, looked around, there was Ganesh, not far from where he'd last seen him. So he ducked his head and began to charge that way. Once again, just before he got there, Ganesh was gone. On the third charge, Ganesh did not move. Well, not more than a little. For he simply put his hand out, guided Gajamakasura's head down into the dirt with a loud thump that shook the earth again. And placing one foot upon him, said, "Can we stop this now?" Gajamakasura looked up at him. He knew he had lost this contest. He knew he was in trouble. And he said, "Ganesh, great Lord, I have never seen anybody move so fast. I have never seen such speed, such deftness." And Ganesh smiled. And he said, "You are now somewhat well spoken. I am inclined to allow you to continue to exist, but there's too much chance of confusion between the two of us amongst those who do not know better. So a transformation, another transformation is in order. What shall we do? What shall we do? You like my quickness?" "Yes, my lord," said Gajamakasura, "and I will serve you in whatever way I can." "That suits me," said Ganesh. And he placed his hand once again down upon Gajamakasura, and another transformation took place as Gajamakasura began to shrink and shrink and shrink until there was a small mouse, bright pink eyes, and little pink nose, and twitchy ears. Ganesh said, "You are now Mushika, my steed, to take me into the small, tight places, with quickness and deftness, and you shall serve me forever." And the little mouse shivered in delight and has served him since. You will see him in most depictions of Ganesh. Catch one along the way. Thank you.
My big brother Kyrian said that I should sing a song today. And Mom says that literacy is a perfectly and authentically medieval skill. And in fact, even with the Old Norse, it was magic, by golly. So it's okay to have your words. But I'm gonna try this one just from memory. When I grow up, I wonder what life has in store for me. When I grow taller than my papa, or a willow tree, they say I'll follow in his footsteps and take up his profession. But mayhap I want something else, and that is my confession. I could be a blacksmith, I could be a squire too. I could be a tanner making leather for a quiver or a shoe. A miller grinding grain into the flour for your bread. Or a priest a weeping parent calling prayers for their dead. When I grow up, I wonder what life has in store for me. When I grow taller than my papa, or a willow tree, they say I'll follow in his footsteps and take up his profession. But mayhap I I want something else, and that is my confession. Well, I could be a tinker or a cobbler just as well, the one who digs into the earth or ditches graves or wells, a scribe who writes and figures for my lord and village folk, or a jester tumbling round the green for coin and a jest. You thought I was going to say joke, didn't you, Orla? When I grow up, I wonder what life has in store for me. When I grow taller than my papa or a willow tree, they say I'll follow in his footsteps and take up his profession. But mayhap I want something else, and that is my confession. I'll never be a minstrel, for I do not like to sing. But I could be a jeweler, fashion you a fancy ring, a mason shaping stone to build amazing anything. The choices, they are myriad, and so I spread my wings. When I grow up, I wonder what life has in store for me. When I grow taller than my papa or a willow tree, they say I'll follow in his footsteps and take up his profession. But mayhap I want something else, and that is my confession. We are both sons of a grand duke, with treasures and baubles galore. But I want what's yours, it's mine by my birthright, 'cause I'm 6 and you're only 4. And our lineage is noble and ancient, and stems from a far distant shore. But get down on your knees and worship me truly, 'cause I'm 6 and you're only 4. Hand over the big box of crayons, the ones with the green 6 and 4. 'Cause mine are all broken and you don't deserve those. 'Cause I'm 6 and you're only 4. I'm a hero of my generation, so clever and bold and right suave. I'm a powerful giant. You're the merest of acorns, 'cause I'm 6 and you're only 4. Now at last, when I've come to my station, as many have oft done before, put my queen at my right hand, you can serve at my left, boy, 'cause I'm 6 and you're only 4. Oh yeah, well that's just what you say. Go on, you 6-year-old boy. 'Cause my mother's married to my only father, and your mom was my daddy's nanny hey.
I finally finished this set this morning because Carrie told me I had 7 minutes. So I did my best to put as much of that 7 minutes as I could. And I finished this set this morning, and then 5 minutes later I realized there was an interesting thread, and people in and out of the SCA would be like, yeah, Annalena, that tracks with you. And all 3 of them have some sort of threat. So we're going to start with a guy named Ravenscroft, British composer, did lots of silly little things, and despite having 4 seminars in world literature for a master's degree, I did not know about this guy until a year ago. But this guy has a little song called the Fairies Dance, be sweetly threatened. Pinch him black and pinch him blue, that seems to steal our love the true. When you come to hear us sing, or to tread our fairy ring, pinch him black and pinch him blue, oh, us our nails shall handle you. Us our nails shall handle you. The next one came about because in spring last year, my Dahrien had an ancient themed event that took us 3 tries to put on because of the pandemic. And me, with all my classical music, conducting, singing background, went, do we have extant ancient music? And the answer was yes. One of them I arranged for our performing forces. Okay? This other one I sang for myself because it is the hymn to Nemesis, who was a goddess of retribution and justice in ancient Greece. This particular piece dates 1st century AD. It is Hellenistic Greek, which is 2 generations removed from modern Greek. And this is a minute and a half of just going, and you'll hear it sounds a bit happy when it talks about punishing the insolent and arrogant mortals. Nemesis teroes habi Europa, que ganó victoria terdikas, hakuva fiat matanaton, and the his of the Kalino, efus adiri no one nella navro nectos and labis, usotro bonas atonas dive, carubamero constra petetica, lifus ad caro da venis, garunenana cena plinis, hypothecina ivi autometris, nebis ibuco ponofrunai, si omita cira pratusa, Cera di caspone, nemesim teroes abi Europa, nemesim beonero menaptitan, nicin tanusim deronoriman, nefertem pebore grondicas, hatam megalanoriam groton, nemesos aferis cata tartaru. Now, last one I have to you is something more Assyrian-Nordic. I learned about Everdale last year when I was starting off learning stuff. And, so, in classical singing, I am a light, bright soprano, and most of the time for us, it's being like, tee, in terms of character, and I need it. I seek out creepy and interesting things. So when Mordred's Lullaby popped up on my YouTube feed, yes, I wanted to do. Hush, child, the darkness will rise from the deep and carry you down into sleep, child. The darkness will rise. birthright he stole. Loyalty, 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 only to Hush, child, the darkness will rise from the deep and carry you down into sleep. Child, the darkness will rise from the deep and carry you down into sleep.
This is a piece of the 16th century from Germany, and it's also the reason why I'm known in the eastern parts of Æthelmearc as Damn It Dietrich, because they think the tune is incredibly catchy, as befits a soldier's song. It is about the Battle of Pavia in 1525, and it is called Ger von Frundsberg, Furtens an. Ger von Frundsberg, Furtens an, la 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 la. Der die Schlacht gewann, Lehrmann von Pavia. Der die Schlacht gewann, Lehrmann von Pavia. Kaiser Franz von Frankenland, tra la 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 la. Fiel des Frundsbergs Hand, Lehrmann von Pavia. Vielen des Frundsbergs Hand, Lehrmann von Pavia. An der Blümlein standen rot, tra la 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 la. Heißer der Stein der Tod, Lehrmann von Pavia. Heißer der Stein der Tod, Lehrmann von Pavia. Alle Nacht am Himmelstund, tra-la-la-la-la-la-la. Trommel, wer pfeift und kommt, Lehrmann von Pavia. Trommel, wer pfeift und kommt, Lehrmann von Pavia. Und dann läuft der Liedleinsang, tra-la-la-la-la-la-la. Schneckenhand, Lehrmann von Pavia. Der Landschneckenhand, Lehrmann von Pavia. So, friends, I have a question for you. Do you like Kipling? Excellent. Turns out, Kipling actually wrote some very good songs. This is a tale of duplicity and justice. It is called Henry VII and the Shipwrights. Henry, our king in England, from London town has gone. And he's gone to Hamel in the county of Southampton. There lay the Mary of water, his ship of war so strong. For he would discover certain light if the shipwrights did him wrong. He has told none of his setting forth, nor yet where he may go. But told me my lord of Arundel, and me I did he show. In an old jargon and patched house, that no man might him mark. With his frieze wood and cloak about, he looks like any clerk. He's come to Hamel on the boat about the hour of the tide, and seen the Mary held in the dark, the winter to abide. to the bone. They heaved the mainmast overboard that was of a trusted tree, and they rode down, it was spent and lost by force of weather at sea. But they saw it into planks and straits as far as it might go, for to make beds for their own wives and their little children also. There came a knave called Slingerwood, he dropped beneath the deck, cried, "Good fellows, all do come and see, this ship she is nigh a wreck." For the storm that took her tall mainmast, it blew both fierce and fell. Alack, it hath taken the kettles and pans, and this brass pot as well. With that he tied the pot on his head, and he climbed it up the hatch. Although the ship went round and below, to see what they might snatch, all except for Brigandine, and he was a yeoman good. He caught Swing away about the waist, and threw him to the mud. I've taken plank and rope and nail without the king his leave, after the custom of portisman, but I will not suffer a thief. Nay, never lift up thy hand to me, there's no clean hands in the trade, but steel and measured for brigandine, there's measure in all things made. Grant mercy, yeoman, said our king, thy counsel liketh me. And he's taken a whistle out of his neck, and he's whistles free. Then come my lord of Arundel, all a breaking across the down, and behind him the mayor and burgesses of merry Southampton town. They've bound the naughty shipwrights up with the kettles in their hand, and bound them round the forecastle to await on the king's command. But since ye've made your bed, said the king, ye needs must lie thereon. For the sake of your wives and little ones, good fellows, get ye gone. When they had beaten Slingerwood all out of his own live, our king appointed Brigandine to be lord of all his ships. Nay, never lift up thy hand to me, there's no clean hands in the trade, but steel and measure for Æthelmearc, there's measure in all things made. Godspeed the Mary of the town, the sovereign and grass adieu. The sweepstakes and the merry fort Duin, and the Henry of Bristol too. All tall ships that sail on the sea, or in the harbour stand, may they keep measure with Æthelmearc, and peace in England.
I thought I would go with one of the songs that often people do hear me singing, that I'm sure many of you will recognize. Feel free to jump on in. I am my mother's savage daughter, the one who runs barefoot, cursing sharp stones. I am my mother's savage daughter, I will not cut my hair, I will not lower my voice. My mother's child is a savage, she looks for her romance in the colors of stones, in the faces of cats, in the ball of feathers, in the dancing of fire, and the curve of oboes. I am my mother's savage daughter, the one who runs barefoot, cursing sharp stones. I am my mother's savage daughter, I will not cut my hair, I will not lower my voice. My mother's child curses too hard and too often. My mother's child laughs too loud and too long, and howls at the moon and sleeps in ditches and clumsily raises her voice to this song. I am my mother's savage daughter, the one who runs barefoot, cursing sharp stones. I am my mother's savage daughter, I will not cut my hair, I will not lower my voice. My mother's child dances in darkness, and sings with soul by the light of the moon, and watches the stars and reads the planets, and dreams she can reach them with song and a rune. I am my mother's savage daughter, the one who runs barefoot, cursing sharp stones. I am my mother's savage daughter, I will not cut my hair, I will not lower my voice. We all are brought forth out of darkness and water, brought into this world through blood and through pain, and deep in our bones the old songs are waiting, so sing them with voices of thunder and rain. I am my mother's savage daughter, the one who runs barefoot, cursing sharp stones. I am my mother's savage daughter, I will not cut my hair, I will not lower my voice. We are our mother's savage daughters, the ones who run barefoot, cursing sharp stones. We are our mother's savage daughters, we will not cut our hair, we will not lower our voices. The crush of the battle is done, and one of two armies has won. The crow takes flight in days last night, and yet they still try to run. Do not try to run from me. The light of your soul I can see. The torch of your deeds, your honor, your greed, determine the fate you receive. Enter my arms to carry you home, away from your hearts. You will be one of Odin's own. You stand in the ring of your foes, all fallen from your axe blows. Your blade drinks their blood that rained in a flood. Your honor and fame quickly grow. Shieldmate defending your land. Your life was victory's demand. Your shield split in twain, blood waters your grave. Your death brings you to Freya's hand. Enter my arms to carry you home, away from your hearts. You will be one of Odin's own. Frightened Jarl hates the spear din. You lost the battle within. When you fought your fate, surrendered your gate, your weak battle do shame your kin. Hidden under your dead friends, today is not your journey's end. Remember your war, your brush with death's door. Keep your honor till we meet again. Enter my arms to carry you home, away from your arms. You will be one of Odin's own. My sisters and I hear the call to choose after last fight or falls. For Freya's green fields, or Iron your shields, or sent to hell's darkness to crawl. Open your ears to my cry, and for the last time close your eyes. With river's work done, the last mercy comes. I sing Valkyrie's lullaby. Into my arms
I speak for those lost and forgotten until all the songs are sung. If we can imagine what it takes out from our monarchs to lead our entire region for the time that they are on the thrones, now imagine you do it by yourself. This song is about one of ours who lost her husband on the throne, and she asked me to write it about Titus. You may not be able to hear the story. It's a rough timber, so you'll see me moving, but it's mainly to keep track of my time. We are all poets of our lives and our words, so we think that our stories are all okay. But it's the times and choices, our hands and our voices, holding sparks in our eyes, and tears in our hearts. So when she saw him again, back to the firelight, all she felt was that. But the stars that night turned a page in their story. A tear fell on his face, and written was not. Listen close, and you will learn how to write an adventure. Years and turns, and you'll see them, know them, certainly. Our tidings anomaly. All knew they are chaos, but it's still surprising to be woken at night. Mild cursing, in a moment they knew a few things snapped into a bone. And their plans of something suicidal. For months through her letters, somehow he thought that her love would break steel with words angered or kind. How could he ignore all that life held in store, so that weirdest of moments healed into a bond? Listen close and you will hear unshadowed and laughing, smiles and tears. Then you'll hear them, know them, certainly. Our tidings and anomaly, silken jewels that he wore, dulled by his eyes. Brightness they increase, slanders free cries, and where his mischief belongs could fill 7 more songs. All read in the tapestry, the inspiring call. The gaps in their meanders, he happily filled, and his every breath fought to see her iron will. Take their strong world by storm over aged past war, till there wasn't alone that together they fall. Listen close and you'll realize the strong and deep magic we find once in our lives. Then you'll feel them, know them, certainly. Our tidings anomaly. 100 days still can't repay those left in this chapter to lose what we share. Wherein life fills the rhymes, unchecked words are the cries, and if pages don't turn, never go far. Reflections and echoes follow her still. Know that their story weaves on as it will. If you silence your voices and hold back all your choices, you see outside that door where life was full. You've listened close, but I hope you've seen all they gave her into words to care for the great dream. As the sylvan crown knew them, his clothes, my poets dear. But go on, you don't say, useless thing. Then you'll know them, oh, you'll know them, certainly.